spend the entire evening doing this, right? It's kind of like height math stuff a little bit back there. And I don't wear heels. It doesn't make any difference anyway. So I'm Chelsea, clinical coordinator here at UCC, and this is Beth, one of our instructors. And we're so excited. Probably not nearly as excited as y'all are to be here, but we're pretty excited. Are you guys excited? You guys excited? So, like again, are you guys excited? Okay, so we're just going to get started with our program tonight. We got a lot of guest speakers and people that are come out and talk about, how it's been over this journey, and we're as ready for summer as y'all are. But to start off, we're going to introduce April. She is our director here for the nursing program, and she's going to talk about some pretty amazing things.
Okay, well, good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us tonight at our 2021 Registered Nursing Pinning Ceremony. I know we're going to be making you clap and hoop and holler a lot tonight, so be prepared. That is your warning. So tonight we're surrounded by a group of top-notch students that will participate in a symbolic gesture of being welcomed to the nursing profession as they transition from the role of the student nurse and become registered nurses. Sound easy? No, it's not. It was not. As these soon-to-be grads receive their pins, they will join other UCC nursing alumni who proudly wear their pins to identify their successes, which includes completing RN programs here at UCC and entering into that trusted field of nursing. Could we please recognize any UCC nursing alumni that are in the crowd tonight? So there's much significance in being chosen to pin the nursing graduates. So those of you tonight who are pinning your grad, you have provided support in a myriad of ways to ensure that these students could reach their personal and professional goals. Loved ones in the audience, thank you for supporting your student and for sharing them with us for the last couple of years. We do promise that we will give them back to you soon. So let's give them another round of applause. So waterfalls. You may notice a theme tonight. Each of our clinical instructors were lovingly named after a waterfall this year by our world's most extraordinary program coordinator, Ruth Kyle. Ruth, standing here, everybody please recognize her for the many great things that she does to contribute to this program. So, I'm going to have a little fun with our clinical groups tonight. We're going to give you a final opportunity to show your spirit so we can find out who the most awesome clinical group was. So one by one, I will name your waterfall and give you a chance to stand up and shout and cheer and you can holler and all those great things. In alphabetical order so we show no favoritism. So let's start with Rabbit.
All right, it was a little stronger towards the end. Hemlock, can you beat it? All right. Lamolo. Shadow. Oh, come on, Shadow. There you go. Thank you. Tokety. All right. Last but not least, Watson. Who won?
It was really close between Hemlock and Watson.
Yeah.
Yes, good job.
So it's no surprise that this graduating class has endured much over the last 2 years. Throughout the challenges, they've remained steadfast. With grit and determination, they've made it to the finish line. At a recent staff meeting, the graduating group was our topic of discussion. The nursing team consistently shared how proud we are of this group for their positive attitudes and energy, flexibility, ability to adapt. We discussed selecting our students of the year. We shared stories of the great accomplishments the individuals have made and more. And the bottom line is that there truly are so many incredible students in this group that it seems like it took us forever to determine our outstanding students and people that we've recognized. And so to me, that's a really great problem to have when we're having these friendly debates and staff meetings over the best students, because really, it's just a fantastic way to end the year and just recognize the amazing things that they do. So I'd like to take some time to recognize outstanding students and share a portion of the statements the nursing team prepared to describe each of these individuals. And so I'm going to have you help out a bit. All right. So, Amanda Fuller, could you please come up and join us? All right, here's a portion of the statement. Amanda is an energetic student, and let me start by saying in her first year she won an outstanding first-year nursing student award. And at that time, she received a wonderful sign to put in her yard to brag about it, and I'm sure it's still there. Oh, good. See, I knew it. It would still be there. So, Amanda is an energetic student who is eager to learn. She's very resilient and does not give up on her goals. She's capable of accomplishing anything she sets her mind to. Amanda takes her learning experience to the next level and recently implemented methods to educate children via remote learning by sending videos and coloring pages. She is always optimistic and improves morale with her good nature.
They both have the same audio.
Cody Fields, could you please join us? Well, okay.
Oh, why?
All right. Thank you for coming up. And if you could stand here while I read a portion of your statement. So Cody is a genuinely kind person that always takes the time to recognize others. He is able to communicate effectively and professionally to students, staff, and patients. He naturally encourages others with his positive outlook and consistently participates in class and clinical activities. We appreciate his great attributes and are confident that he will carry these traits into the nursing profession. Thank you, Cody. He also received a fancy sign. Is it still in your yard?
It is.
Okay, good. All right, David Parker, could you please join us? David's crossing the own boundary that he told all the students not to cross earlier. What, David? Okay, so thank you so much for coming up. David received our Outstanding Second Year Student Award this year. He did not receive his sign earlier, and he's receiving it tonight. Thank you. Yes. And so I'll tell you a little bit about David. He holds himself and his colleagues to a high standard with a level of professionalism and integrity. He is eager for the success of others, as he is for his own. Relationship-centered care is the foundation that he has built his practice on. He's been an asset to UCC as a student representative, helping facilitate and navigate many tasks the last 2 years for both students and staff. He is always willing to lend a helping hand. He will be an exceptional member of any team he chooses to join in the future. Thank you. Stephanie Geiger, are you catching on yet? Here comes our other second-year outstanding student, Stephanie Geiger. Thank you so much for coming up. And she is also now receiving her sign. All right. Stephanie possesses the perfect balance of enthusiasm, maturity, intelligence, and compassion that makes her so deserving of this award. The motto of Umpqua Community College's nursing program is, "Caring for our community starts here." Stephanie demonstrates this caring attitude to her peers on campus, as well as the patients within the community. Through Stephanie's steady and calm demeanor, she positively influences and encourages those around her. Additionally, her irrespective work ethic will position her to be an excellent nurse and future nurse leader. We are blessed to have her as a nurse in our community. Thank you. In addition to these outstanding students, we would also like Liz Turner to come up and join us. Thank you, Liz. Yes, yes. Liz is another amazing student of ours. Liz is an All-Oregon Academic Team participant and scholarship recipient for her stellar academic performance and has goals to create strong community support for low socioeconomic diabetic clients. Liz will be continuing her education to pursue her dreams of becoming a nurse practitioner. She continues to be active in the community and campus and participates in multiple committees. So thank you so much for all of your service. All right, and now we're going to take a moment to recognize our incredible UCC nursing student representatives. That was a mouthful. But Sarah Dick and David Parker, could you please both come up and join us? Dominoes. All right, I'm going to say something about both of them, and then Chelsea and Lisa Beth have some additional things to share. So Sarah and David agreed to take on this sometimes arduous task of student representatives. This is not an easy role and requires a specific set of skills, which includes the ability to actively listen, gather feedback, act as a liaison between staff and students, and problem solve within their cohort. They are professional role models that have helped to make the program improvements for their peers and for the future nursing students. They've thoroughly enjoyed working with Sarah and David, we have, and appreciate all they've done as shining stars within our program. So thank you both very much. It has truly been a pleasure.
I just can't even begin to tell you how much help they were, and all of the students. I think hopefully you you appreciated that. I know that you did. They worked so hard. I do want to talk a little bit about Sarah for a second. So. They should be very worried. They should be very. We gave them an opportunity to think again about who was emceeing this, and they said no, you guys will do fine. Okay, well, here we go. So Sarah calls one day and she goes, I just don't know that I could be at class. Like, I hurt my neck. I woke up and my neck was hurting. And I said, really? Huh. And she goes, I think I might have to go to the clinic. And I was like, really? And I said, Sarah, don't tell anybody that story. that's embarrassing. You need to tell them that you were rappelling down a cliff to save a child who was stranded on the precipice of death, and in the process you hurt your neck. And I don't know, but in honor of that, I'd like to present you this collar.
Okay, I gotta get the microphone down to my short stature here. So David, I don't know, sir. So I have to tell you that David insists on calling me ma'am. And the only thing that does is makes me feel real old. And I tell him, please don't call me ma'am. You can call me pretty much anything other than ma'am. And he's like, okay, ma'am. And this is how it has continued. But I have a funny story about David. So 2 years ago, he turned in his onboarding packet for nursing school. Everything was perfect. Every little box was checked. Everything was in its place. And at the top of the packet was a bobby pin, holding it all together. And so we feel like that possibly you might need this back for all your MacGyvering that's going to be happening in your future. But really, in all honesty, both of these two, I can't even begin to put into words the impact that they have had on our program. They're hilarious and real and just willing to get in there and do the work. So it shows in their practice. Thank you, guys. He was being helpful as usual.
All right. So the last student that will be receiving an award tonight will be the first student to accept the most important and prestigious award we have ever had to offer. This award is dedicated to a trusted and loyal colleague, Patrice Coate, who valiantly fought a long battle with cancer. I'd like to take a moment to recognize her family members and loved ones, and please have them stand so we can give them a round of applause just for all that they did to support Patrice. So please stand, family members and loved ones. At this time, I'm also going to have Patrice Coate's husband, Dave, join me and come up and we're going to support each other right on through this. Thank you, Dave. I actually knew Dave before I knew Patrice. We go way back. So we've been buddies forever. Yeah. Okay, so I'd like to take a moment and just again thank everybody and just for all of the love and everything that they provided to Patrice. I want to share a short story where we had Patrice for her last visit out to campus in the fall. A small group of us came to her and talked with her as a team and just wanted to create a lasting legacy in her name. And sometimes scholarships don't come to mind and things like that, but we wanted to do something that was visual and something that we could do every year and keep it moving forward. And so we asked her to share what she believes the attributes of a stellar nurse are. And she shared with us compassion, caring, and integrity. We then asked her to share her 2 favorite colors with us, in which she replied green and purple. And so tonight you will see that we're wearing ribbons in her honor. We've also got a small memorial here for her. And we also have started a new tradition where our Patrice Coate Excellence Award, our student each year will receive a green and purple cord. And tonight Dave will be providing that cord to our recipient. So I'm going to go through this next section, and I want you to listen carefully, students, to see if you can determine who this Patrice Coate Nursing Excellent Award recipient might be. Okay, so listen carefully. This is your last test I'm going to give you. Courageous, quirky, a spirit of glee, hardworking while earning a nursing degree. Sweetest of voices, through halls does it ring. A riddle she'll write you, a hymn she will sing. A brightness and love you cannot subdue. A genuine person, a spirit that's true. An artist, a giver, a mentor, a peer. Painted rocks, tiny notes, how they bring the group cheer. Who is it? Laura. Woo! You got it right. Everybody got a name. Laura, could you please come up here with us? Okay, so I'm almost done. You're going to stand right here, and I have to finish the rest of my poem. Okay. Dedicated to you, the poem writer of all. Okay. Compassionate and caring is our Laura Fischbauer. No matter the day, this is her superpower. Keep giving, keep singing, keep being true, but most importantly, please keep being you. This is record. Thank you. I did. All right, I just want to thank everybody again and for coming out. It has truly been a pleasure being part of your nursing school journey. Come back and visit, come and say hello. And I just want to thank the class of 2021 for being waterfalls, strong and persistent while bringing joy and comfort to those that surround you. So thank you again. I will bring the infamous Chelsea and Lisa Beth back up to the podium.
Oh. So, actually at this time, Patrick, where are you, my friend? You better start walking. You need to put on those ER feet and get up here. All right. But now he's going to be short of breath. And what are we going to do? All right, Patrick.
I am so nervous. And the students know this about me, and I think that's why they picked me to talk as payback. They know how nerve-wracking this is for me to get up in front of people and do this, so here we go. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Thank you. No, a little more than that. I wrote something down. First of all, what a journey you guys have had. Wow. Global pandemic, Zoom with me for 5 hours. Once a week? Wow, how did you get through that? Look at you sitting here now, about to get your RN credentials. That means a lot. So I want to talk to you first about making memories, like what we're doing right now, and the impact that we have on each other. What an honor and responsibility that is as nurses. Let's think about that. Let's take it down to a cellular level first. Okay? When I was thinking about what I'm going to talk about here today, I was like, first of all, what am I going to talk about today? Second of all, I started thinking about memories. Because that's what we're doing. That's what life's about, is making memories and having impact on each other and the feelings that go along with those memories, right? And so on a cellular level, I started doing some research and discovered, wow, that's a rabbit hole. if you're really bored and sometime go down, start researching how our memories formed on a cellular level. Whoa. So just short version, I wrote it down, was it's kind of, it's the exertion of outside or internal forces that excite neurons, creating an action potential that is transcribed from neuron to neuron and encoded. And now that potential has to happen on neuron A in order to spread out through the neural network. And it happens, long-term memories happen in the hippocampus. And so that's what let's think about that. Let's take a step back, all right? Take a moment and just think, you don't have to close your eyes or anything, but just take a moment. What was your happiest memory you've ever had in your whole life? And think about the feeling that you had. Now think about the worst memory you've ever had, and think about the feeling you had. That's happening on a cellular level, right? There's chemical reactions going on. We're just big meat sacks full of chemical reactions, all right? And we just, having an impact on each other, right? That's what we're doing. So now picture you're the nurse. Someone's coming to you for care, and they just got diagnosed with a life-altering illness. They're scared. Think about the emotions they're having, right? Think about all the things going through their head. Now think about how you can impact that. Think about your impact in that situation where you're just running around doing your tasks. You've got some charting to do. You've got to get this IV started down here. You've got all this stuff you got to get done. Does that patient care about all that? They're not going to care at all. They're thinking about, wow, my life is changing before my eyes. This is a big deal. Now you have a responsibility as a nurse, and you have a responsibility as a nurse to impact the formation of that memory in that person. It's a huge responsibility. And I dare say, it's a requirement. You need to think about that when you're taking care of your patients, that you're impacting them in their neurons on a cellular level, forming memories. And they're going to remember that forever. You're not, because you're going to run around and finish your charting, right? But they're going to remember forever. Now think about it. Think about how sometimes in the community, in the hospital, there's sometimes the hospital gets bashed for this or whatever. Think about, because maybe they had an experience with one person that was negative, and it impacted their memory of that situation. Now think about what you can do to change that. You have that power. What a responsibility and privilege you have when you have RN behind your name. Now this is one of my biggest fears. That's going to get all emotional up here. So another one was I thought I was going to fall on my face running up here. That didn't happen. I was really hoping for a deluge to cancel this thing. Looks like that's not going to happen either. So I was always taught, when the mind shuts down, turn off the sound. So that's what I'm going to do. That's all I got.
Thank you, Patrick. We talked a little bit at our last meeting about the things that we love about Patrick, and that is one of the things is that, he really just kind of comes across as this really laid back guy. But he's so passionate about what he does and about being a nurse and about impacting future generations of nurses. That is his passion. Y'all are so important to him, and the impact that you then go on to have to people is so important. So we love that about you, Patrick. So we are going to ask David Parker and Sarah to come up because they are your class representatives. We've got a little bit of tape. We could tape y'all together.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's all the way down there. It's gonna hurt my back in every way. So, thank you very much, Patrick. I know Patrick jokes that he got up here and we selected him because he's nervous when he speaks, but we selected him because he represents the students so well. And it was almost unanimous the amount of people that voted for Patrick to come up here. In honor of Patrick, I'm going to keep mine short too. A few years ago, I poured a concrete slab with my wife, and in the foundation, we put our handprints, and we did it with some friends, and so we put the date and the time. And as we passed that foundation after the building was built, over time, we could reflect on those memories, that event, those people that helped out. We all have people who leave handprints in the foundations of our lives and in our hearts. As we continue as new nurses, we will have the opportunity to leave handprints in the foundations of those we encounter. More so, the handprints that we leave in their foundation will now be infused with the time and the effort that has been put into us by our family, by our friends, and by the instructors here at UCC. It has been an honor for me and my family to serve as reps. And I thank you so much for the opportunity.
I don't know how to follow any of this. Same, Patrick, thank you so much. Thank you to every single one of our faculty members. You guys don't even know the hours spent put into this program. April, you're amazing, amazing. Okay, so I sat down to try and write a speech. I can't. I literally cannot put into words. And I don't want to cry. I have one in my hand. I don't want to use it. I don't want to use it. No, you're not. Okay. So, I'm going to speak from my heart. And I am so thankful to be here. I am so thankful to be your rep with David. My family has seen it. They hear me complain. They hear me cry. They hear me whine. They hear me celebrate every little step of the way. Nurses are supposed to take care of people who are at their most vulnerable points in their life. I feel pretty vulnerable right now. And you know what? As nursing students, baby nursing students, they did just that. Our faculty took care of us. They groomed us, molded us, inspired us, encouraged us. And if I could bottle up just a little piece of every single one of them and become that nurse, I would be the happiest person ever. I think we all would. So, to keep it short and sweet, moving along, we would like to thank, as a cohort, all of our instructors. We have some gifts. Where's our first year lovely helpers? Hey. I'm like, yes, so we would like to present you just with little tokens. Hopefully you remember us. You've inspired us. You know, there was a saying that nurses eat their young
and we're really trying to move away from that. Nurses inspire nurses, and we want to keep that going as a cohort. I think, honestly, every single one of us can be an inspiration to our patients, families, friends, so we will be that moving forward. Patrick, we're going to miss you. They're going to miss you. We already know you're going to be missed. I don't know if I'm speaking too soon, but he's moving to Washington. And you don't want rain now, but sorry, bud. It's going to rain. Sorry. So thank you. Good luck. They're going to love you up there. April, I already mentioned you. You're fantastic. We could only be like her. Who knows? LB and Chelsea, you guys are truly the entertainment. I don't have words for them, honestly. You guys have seen them, so I love you guys, truly. You are peaches. To my cohort, to my clinical group, to all of our clinical groups, thank you. You guys have been so good to work with. I could sit here and say amazing things about all of you, but we don't have time. And there is one special person, though, that we would like to mention. This person has put in many selfless hours. She was the president of our Student Nurses Association, and Natasha Peak. If you just want to stand. Natasha, like I said, she spent so much time on her own. We have a Wishes Come True project where we try to purchase Christmas gifts, and the community purchased Christmas gifts for all of the residents, like in a lot of nursing homes around here. So thank you a ton for being who you are. You are going to do amazing. And after this, we have our drawing. So now, to make things fun, because of all our amazing donors. Oh yeah, we might have needed that, so it's a good thing that I didn't throw up. Yeah. So with all the amazing donations from everybody, we are now able to make it a little fun, and we're gonna draw names. However, we need a little helper, Liz. Liz Turner's gonna draw some names, and we're gonna give you guys some gifts. Yes, we have to go get the gifts. They're in the... Whoops. My funniest memory is already up there. Funniest memory that I can think of at the top of my head. Edie, she is our patho teacher, and she gives the most memorable lectures ever. I will never forget when she walked into our class to give us a labor and delivery lecture and just like flung herself on the floor, demonstrated all these different poses, gave us tips for what we needed to do for when someone was experiencing a certain condition, and visuals, oh my goodness, the visuals, the sounds, it was an experience, and it worked. She knew how we would learn, how we would remember, and it was fun, and so, yeah, that's my funniest memory that came to mind. My most memorable moment, Cindy. So I was learning how to put medication in an NG tube. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about now. Long story short, I ended up squirting Cindy in the face with some dissolved blood pressure medication. Luckily it was clean. It was clean. There was no stomach contents, but I was the first, though, to do it. We laughed. We shared a good laugh. Luckily, my patient was not aware. We'll call that. Okay. Now that we have the gift cards. Oops.
So the first gift card will be a $25 gift card for Red Robin. We have two of those, two $25 gift cards for Sportsman's, and two $25 gift cards for the Greek restaurant. And last, we have a $100 gift card for Rick's Medical with
And a
and a
stethoscope.
stethoscope.
Not with a stethoscope.
With the stethoscope. And stethoscope. Okay.
Yeah. You don't get two. Nice try.
Sierra Gordon.
Did you even get it? Did you just get the two?
No, we did that.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can do the next one.
Amber Paulson.
Yeah.
Amber, please start running. We don't have a lot of time. Brianna Rockwell. You don't get a new car. A Sportsman's $25 gift card. Joshua. And
Maggie. Maggie. Margaret.
Is this a good one?
Good ones.
Peyton. Oh, I'm sorry, you two were too close to each other, so we'll draw again. No, just seriously. So this one will be for the stethoscope.
Not yet. Not yet.
Sarah Dick.
You got it. I just bought a stethoscope. Yeah. Well, let's pick another one.
Cessia. And now for the $100 gift card. You put it back.
Good deal. How awesome.
David Parker. Tennille Redmond. And the next 9 people will help us clean up this event.
Thank you, guys.
I should have thought about that a little better since I was speaking next and not been one running. What can I say? The class got together and they nominated somebody that they really felt like represented the class and asked a special person to speak. So Michael, where are you? Yeah. I didn't recognize him all dressed up. Come forward.
Good evening. You guys asked for this all the time. Before I start, I just want to say I genuinely thought this was for the speakers. But thank you all for coming tonight to celebrate our class, the class of 2021. Special thanks to my class for inviting me up here. I appreciate you guys. My name is Mike Buchanan, and I have the distinct honor of speaking to you all tonight. Before I begin, I'd just like to say how strange it is not to be on Zoom after a year of social isolation and trapped at home. So if I start looking for video controls, just get me back on track. Ever since I was a small child, I dreamed of being a nurse. Actually, that's not true at all. I was an aircraft mechanic and an army medic before I found my way into nursing. It was a long and winding road to where I am here before you today. My peers in this class all have their own stories of how they got here. Stories that our loved ones all know and that we've shared together. But what we share now is the beginning of a new career and this 2-year journey that none of us will forget. This experience has been made even more memorable due to the fact that, in addition to pursuing a challenging course of study, we've been living in the throes of a worldwide pandemic. But here we all are, finally, at the end. Looking back at the last 2 years, it seems like a blur. There are memories that stand out, though. In the first year, it was the sense of collective dread we all felt as we walked into each of our tests. The depression when we looked at our reading assignments and realized how few waking hours we'd have left after we made it through all the material. The horror of being transitioned to online courses, halfway through pharmacology and pathophysiology. Magnified for some of us by the realization that we'd be doing our schoolwork alongside of our children. In the second year was the dreaded Zoom lectures again. Be honest, friends and family, how many of you learned something about the human condition you just can't forget while eavesdropping on our classes? I also feel compelled at this time to admit that when my camera is off, I may have taken a nap a few times. Sorry, professors. We also remember the relief of making it that far into the program, the pride we felt when we mastered a particularly difficult skill. I can't share any details, there are children here tonight. The look of terror on a patient's face as we approached him with an IV needle and cheerfully chirped, "It's my first time." And finally, this last term, where we put all the pieces together and begin to truly understand the awesome responsibility that is patient care for a nurse. Nursing is a profession that has been around for centuries, born of a distinct need, both in the battlefields of the past and at home in our societies. It is a profession that has grown and advanced through time. But we look to the future now, and not the past, as we join the largest medical profession to exist in modern society. We are entering the field at a time of great need. The average age of an RN in Oregon, according to OSBN, is 47 right now. And at one of the most challenging points in recent history for healthcare workers. Our class has worked hard to get to this point, as many of you can attest. We are eager to enter the workforce as registered nurses and serve our communities. We would not be at this point, however, without the tireless dedication and hard work of our professors, clinical instructors, and college staff who have lectured, advised, mentored, and molded us into the nearly competent men and women who are here today. The staff at UCC went above and beyond for this class as they dealt with the changes wrought upon us by the COVID-19 pandemic. Their ability to adapt and overcome each new barrier is a testament to their character and commitment to education. There aren't enough words or time to properly express our gratitude for their contributions to our learning. But as a class, we can say that they left their mark on each and every one of us and helped us build the foundations of a career that will serve the future needs of so many seeking medical care. Our class of 2021 is strong. We are resilient and we have put in the work. But there is one last hurdle for us to leap before we can call ourselves registered nurses. That is the NCLEX, the last ominous exam lurking in our future. Unless, of course, you're one of the gluttons for punishment that's continuing on to your BSN. Good job, guys. So I'm sorry, friends and family, you don't quite get your loved ones back yet. It'll be a few more weeks before you can expect to see us come out of whatever cave it is where we do our studies. You may even hear some wailing and gnashing of teeth. Do not worry. We are eager to rejoin our friends and families. We look forward to re-entering society, to look at a social calendar, be able to fill it not with schoolwork and lectures, but with our loved ones and personal interests that we've had to set aside during the course of this program. Our new profession is a demanding one that will present us with many challenges. We will meet those challenges and we will make a difference. Thank you.
I know, it's so funny. So next we are going to call up Caitlin Hatton and Madison Hunt, and they will be presenting the 2021 Nursing Graduate Choice for Clinical Mentor of the Year.
So, me and Madison picked a very special person. Her name is Kelly Baxter. She works in PCU at Mercy Hospital. Is Kelly here? Oh, she's all the way in the back there, guys. Do you see her? Oh, okay, you have to come up. Sorry.
Oh, she's in the scraps. She just got up.
All the way up.
So this is Kelly. She works in PCU. She was Madison's CTA this term. So we wanted to say that Kelly truly embodies what it means to be a nurse. She is kind, empathetic, caring, a great teammate, and she is an advocate for her patients. Which brings me to a situation that we were recently in together. She was a very strong advocate for her patient, and it really, really humbled me and brought me to a place where I looked at her hoping to be like her as a nurse. She is what I want to be as a nurse. She's wonderful. And here's Madison.
Not gonna cry. So I got to work really close with Kelly the last few months. She was my CTA. And she makes sure, she really makes sure that all the student embodies those characters Katie said. So Kelly works with students to make sure they have these same qualities. She uses patience, wisdom, kindness, and valuable feedback. Kelly, we are so thankful for you.
Yeah, Kelly, you have to give a speech. Did they not tell you? So for any other nurses that are here in the audience that have worked with students and taken the time to show them things, we want to really, from the bottom of our heart, thank you. We know what a commitment that is. We know what a challenge that is when you already have busy loads, busy patients, and all of that. So every time that you reach out to one of our students, you're really forming a future nurse. So we truly, we could not do it without all of the nurses that have aided us in this process. So at this time, do we have the music on standby? Yeah, okay. There's a story. We'd like to dismiss the students and the two peeps that are going to be pinning them. Y'all stand up. Students, stand up with your two peeps that you liked the best in your whole family. Sorry for the rest of you that didn't get chosen. Really sorry. A through M. Sorry. We're just getting A through M. If your last name. So I'm really worried about this alphabetizing situation here. We've taught them a lot about IVs, Foley catheters, the alphabet, I don't know. So A through M, y'all go with your two peeps that you liked the best in your family. The rest of you that weren't chosen, I'm sorry, you stay here. I don't want to start any family brouhahas or anything, but, I just speak the truth.
As everybody who's in the line is smiling really
Yeah, the rest of them are going, is she true? Is that what she said about us? So then I'm assuming after that kind of bottleneck has eased up a little bit, N as in no, never, not in a million years, N through Z. We don't have any Z's. Well, maybe we do. No, we don't. Y'all pick it up a little bit. Come on. Do 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 do. All right, keep her moving. Who? Yeah, she was thinking. We need to do that. Okay, wait.
I know.
What?
There's a lot of abuse that comes with being her friend.
Okay, are we ready for N through W? Z.
X.
The rest of y'all go. The rest of y'all with your two peeps, get in line and go. Move it on. Come on, snap it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's fine.
Y'all.
You want some clears? No, it's not gonna take that long.
No. I have decided that I'm just going to stand on my tippy toes every time I speak in the microphone instead of messing with the microphone. So, for all the other family members, as soon as the student comes through and gets pinned up here, they're going to then continue down this walkway and go back to the arch in the back. So the rest of the family, please get up and join your student back there so that you can get a family picture with your student. So after they come through, they're just going to go straight that way.
Oh, I'm impressed.
I am so impressed.
I have to eat my words. I told Ruth there's no way on God's green earth this can happen in less than 45 minutes. So we had some jokes. We had some karaoke.
Some dance skills.
Is that Jessica? Stop it. Stop it.
It's Ava. Okay, so I'm going to introduce our next class, our first year's class representatives, McKaylee and Adrian. And they are going to announce your student.
This is the moment everyone's waiting for.
We have some
This is
big
it.
shoes to fill next
I know.
year. You've been really good examples to us. All right. All right. Okay. Well, maybe. Yeah. They didn't think about this either, did they?
Okay. You ready?
Ava Altig, pinned by fiance Chris Peterson. I want to thank Chris for believing in me, supporting me, and making many sacrifices over the past 2 years. I would also like to thank my family, who also showed endless amounts of love throughout this journey. I could not have done it without you all.
Kylie Atterbury, being pinned by fiance Joel and father Sean. I would like to thank God, my fiance, and family for their love and support in the pursuit of becoming an RN. I'd also like to extend my gratitude to the awesome staff of the UCC nursing program. You guys have been so helpful.
Sasia Ayala. I'm so sorry, Sasia. You wonderful woman, you. Uh-oh. We have nicknames. Pinned by Mom, Evelia, and son, daughter, Aiden and Adeline. A special thank you to my children, Aiden and Adeline, who have loved and cheered me on through this journey, even when it wasn't easy. To my mom, brothers, and friends, thank you for believing in me, for your support, selfless love, and encouragement.
Jessica Bartlett, being pinned by husband Kyle. Thank you to my biggest rock, my husband Kyle. None of this would be possible without you. Thank you to my friends and family for cheering me on every step of the way and being so understanding with this commitment.
Paige Bayless, pinned by Mom Amy Magnus and boyfriend Noah. Thank you to all of my friends for supporting me during the highs and lows of this journey. I couldn't have done it without you guys. I love you more than words can explain.
Oh, honey, that's a pretty dress.
Mariah Bebo, being pinned by boyfriend Cameron and mother Lisa. Thank you to my friends and family who have been so supportive throughout my nursing school journey. I appreciate your love and support more than you know. I love you guys.
Where do you want us at?
Michael Buchanan, pinned by daughters Brooklyn and Elizabeth. A special thank you to all my family and friends who have helped me throughout the last few years. Love you guys.
Okay, you ready? Okay, good job.
Chantel Chambers, being pinned by husband Royce and mom Shirley. I want to thank my husband for constantly reminding me of my why, loving me and supporting me through this journey, my mom for always hyping me up before tests, and my brother, dad, and papa for being here and supporting me today. Also, shout out to Sarah and Spence for putting up with me practically living on your couch when we went to the online lectures.
Ashley Cunningham, pinned by husband Kyler Cunningham. I would like to thank my family and friends for supporting me on this journey to becoming an RN. A special thank you to my husband Kyler for being there for me, guiding myself, and for always reassuring me. I couldn't have done this without you all, and all your prayers.
Sarah Dick, pinned by boyfriend Spencer and mom Sherry. I would like to thank Spencer, Rylan, and Camden for loving me through this journey. You're my boys and my everything. To my mom and Dale, my dad and Eileen, thank you for believing in me since day one. Your love has shaped me into who I am today. To John and Peggy, thank you. Could not have done this without your help and loving support.
Boyd Dunsel, pinned by sister Sierra Dunsel. Thank you for being my biggest supporter. Thank you, Clementine, for being the best daughter ever, and thank you to my family and love for your support.
Ready? Okay, good. That's a nice one.
Madison Usted, pinned by David and Lisa, mom and dad. I would like to thank my entire family. You have all laughed and cried with me on this crazy journey. I appreciate you all more than you will ever know. Love always.
You all there? Love that red hair, by the way. You have a grandson with that color hair. Good job.
Jacoby Foss, pinned by Jocelyn and Dolores. I'd like to thank my parents, Jack and Dolores, my Aunt Cindy, and Uncle Dan for all of the support. This would not have been possible without the love and support of my amazing family. I would also like to give a special thank you to my beautiful daughter, Jocelyn, who was so patient and sacrificed so much, yet still cheered and motivated me through this journey.
Cody Ferguson, pinned by Sarah, his girlfriend Sarah, and his sister Siren. I would like to thank my friends and family that supported me throughout this roller coaster of a journey.
How many more do you have?
Cody Fields, pinned by Jim Fields' father. Thank you to my family and loved ones for all the support through school and life, always pushing me to be better. Thank you to every single faculty member. This wouldn't be possible without you all.
Okay, ready?
Laura Fishbauer, pinned by her son Dallas and niece Hannah. Thank you to my son for all the times he sacrificed so I could go through the program, and for the never-ending support. Thank you to my family and friends for their help and support, and for helping me get here.
Amanda Fuller, pinned by husband Brady Fuller. I would like to thank my family and friends for the constant support, encouragement, prayers, and love throughout this journey of nursing school.
Stephanie Geiger, pinned by husband Tony. Thank you to my husband Tony and kids Peyton and Emma. You have put up with a lot through my journey to become a nurse, and I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you also to my family and friends who stepped up along the way, whichever way I needed.
This way. Thank you.
Alicia Hamilton, pinned by Mom Tamara and Dad Sean. Thank you both for always being there for me, especially during these last 2 years. You have done so much and made all this possible. I love you.
Just to make sure everybody's right there. Okay, good.
Emily Hackenstall, pinned by Mom Kelly. I would like to take a moment to thank each and every person who supported me throughout nursing school. A special shout out to my loyal companion Dexter, Mom Kelly, Sister Hannah, Grandma Lucy, Mariah, and also to someone who holds a special place in my heart, my dad. He used to pass away this summer. Last summer. I would not be where I am today. I love all of you.
Okay, I'll do a couple.
Ashley Hartford, pinned by husband Cody and daughter Bristol. I would first like to thank my husband Cody for his biggest support of all of us. Thank you to my daughter Bristol for always cheering me on. A big thank you to my mother-in-law Patty for helping out so much with Bristol and being a big supporter. Last but certainly not least, I would like to thank my grandparents, Tom and Sue, for always believing in me. I couldn't have done it without every single one of you.
Okay, good job.
Amanda Hatley, pinned by Mom, Cindy, and Dad, Brett. Thank you to my parents and family for the continuous love and support over the years and for always reminding me to ride the wave. I would also like to thank my boyfriend Jordan, who has put up with me constantly having my head in my laptop, and for always lifting me up and cheering me on when I thought I couldn't do it.
Caitlin Hatton, pinned by daughter Taylor and mom Candy. First, I would like to thank my parents for supporting me in so many ways and my sweet daughter Taylor, who is extra loving and encouraging. I'd also like to thank my clinical group, so many other classmates, my extended family, and friends who have all been so encouraging on this journey.
Okay, okay, go. Hold your long
Ashley Haywood, pinned by Mom Shelley and Dad Sean. Thank you to my parents for their constant love and support throughout nursing school. I would not be where I am today without you. Thank you for always believing in me.
Marissa Hilburn, pinned by boyfriend Jared and mother Rose. I would like to thank Jared, my parents, and the rest of my family and friends for the endless amount of love, support, and encouragement through every step of this journey. I would not be where I am without each and every one of you. I love and appreciate you all more than words could express.
Good. Okay.
Madison Hunt, pinned by daughter Kate. Thank you for bringing me so much joy, love, laughter, and for cheering me on the last 2 years.
Joshua Iwood, pinned by sons Joshua and Christopher. Thank you to friends and family, but especially my children for being the foundations and base of my life. For keeping me balanced in life and reminding me to always wear my hat on my sleeve, wearing my heart on my sleeve regardless of how it's perceived, always being kind and loving.
Eric Jenkins, pinned by Mom Nancy and his wife Haley. Thank you to my wife and my family for helping me get one step closer to my dreams. It has been a long 2 years and we have all had to make sacrifices and it does not go unappreciated. You have all watched and supported me through full-time work and then some and full-time school.
Nicole Johnston, pinned by husband, John Ledbetter, daughter, Theora Johnston. Thank you. And for being a source of steadfast calm amongst my soul. Thank you, Theora, for all the notes of encouragement, snuck between the pages of my textbooks and being so patient and understanding when mom needed to study. I love you both more than words can say.
Thank you.
Sierra Jordan, pinned by husband Nick and her son Alex. Thank you to my husband Nick for supporting me and pursuing my dreams. Thank you to my mom Heidi and my mother-in-law Melissa for watching Atlas during the long studying clinical days. I couldn't have done it without them.
Unless you're with them. Are you with them?
Elizabeth Lansbury, pinned by boyfriend Juan Enriquez. I would like to thank Juan for the continuous support and making many sacrifices to make this
You want one with just
Thank you to my family and friends for constant love, support, and encouragement, and always believing in me. This would have been impossible without you all.
I'm going in the very back.
Okay.
I go to the back.
John Malone, pinned by wife Megan and dad Byron. Thank you to my wife for being my rock and making all this possible. Thank you to my dad for always being there when I needed you.
If the rest of the graduates could please stand up and make their way.
Perfect. Perfect. I like that way.
We do have Jennifer Nahira, pinned by husband Marco and son MJ. Thank you to my husband for being the protector of my dreams, my wonderful sons for giving me the courage, and my precious mama for all of your love and help along the way.
There you go. This is the shoes, right? Okay.
David Parker, pinned by Hannah, aka Superwoman, Izzy, and Gabe. Thank you, Hannah, Izzy, Gabe, Wyatt, and Mom for your sacrifices you've made and inspiration you've been in my life.
Good job. Perfect. Peyton Paulson, pinned by Sister Bailey. I'd like to thank my grandparents who are watching from home today for their continuous love, support, and prayers over the past 2 years. To my mom, dad, and baby, I can't speak in words how thankful I am to have your constant wisdom and encouragement. You guys are truly my #1 fan. To Eric, thank you for being my rock and loving me through multiple days of tears and listening to my nurse talk, even though you have no idea what I'm saying. Come on. Okay.
Natasha Pete, pinned by husband Rusty Hughes. To my family, Rusty, Amelia, Luna, Graham, and Papa. Thank you for the endless supply of love, encouragement, and support throughout the last 2 years. You all mean the world to me. I love you. P.S. Hey, look, Graham, I made it.
I give it to Ruth. Maybe it's still good for you guys.
Through this program, you really stepped up to the plate and you've helped me so much with our children and loved me through all my ups and downs over the past 2 years. Through this journey, though this journey has always been full of smiles and happy times, it brought us closer when it could have created a wall, and I want to thank you for that. Thank you to my 3 beautiful children who are the reason I'm here today.
Thank you.
Camille Gunman, pinned by husband David and son Carter. First, I would like to while I pursued my dreams. I would also like to thank all my close family and friends for supporting me and could not have done it without you. And finally, Mom, you helped care for Carter when I needed extra study time to pass the big exam. Thank you for always being there.
Get behind over there. There you go.
Tina Reed, pinned by Dad Gary and her boyfriend Billy. I want to thank my dad Gary for always believing in me and being my biggest cheerleader. My boyfriend Billy for loving me through this and always being there. His brother for shelter and understanding and all nurses in the ICU at Riverbend Hospital for inspiring me to pursue this noble goal. Thank
you. Brianna Rockwell. Being pinned by husband Stephen. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always believing in me and cheering me on. I also want to thank my husband Stephen for stepping up and taking care of things that I wasn't there for. And children Macy, Ellie, and Jackson for being patient with me through nursing school. Finally, I'd like to thank Gina for always being willing to watch and love my little children.
Son and daughter Piper and Caleb. Thank you to my wife and kids for all the
John Correa. John, thank you for letting me do this, even when I wasn't very lovable. Mom, Dan, Dad, and Jamie, thanks for being the best parents a girl could ask for always supporting my wild ideas. I love you all.
Elizabeth Turner, and by Mom Ruth and neighbor Rachel. I want to thank each of you for the incredible support and love you have given me throughout the years. You made this journey so enjoyable and meaningful. I love you all so dearly.
Jessica is being pinned with a special pin by her mother, Tina, and dad, Brian. This pin is 25 years old. It's her mother's pin from when she graduated nursing school. A special thank you to my parents for encouraging and supporting me. Thank you to my grandparents for coming today and your support. I couldn't have done it alone.
Margaret Walker, being pinned by her daughter Gwen. Thank you to my baby girls Gwen and Leah for giving me a reason to work so hard, for the sacrifices you did not even know you were making, and most importantly for all the hugs and kisses. Thank you to Jake, this would have been impossible without you. I love you guys.
Tara, yeah, my husband, thank you to my friends and family for their support throughout the program. I would not have been able to do this without the constant love and encouragement from all. Thank you for everything you do, and I look forward to what the future holds.
Thank you all. Thank you for helping with all of that and all of your support. We'd like to invite everybody to come back to us and find your chairs. They've got an amazing video, and position yourself so you can see. But I know that there's a lot going on back there with pictures, but we'd like to kind of redirect some attention up here to the video. Do you have a joke? Do you have some karaoke?
Nobody.
Dance. Drop it right now. All right, there you go. Woo, girl! We'll just have a little bit of music. Give us about 2 or 3 minutes to conclude the pictures, and then we'll roll the video because we want everybody to have an opportunity to see that. So.
Okay, look this way, guys. Oh, that's a great question. Okay, good job. Thank you. Next. Mom, do you want to stand there? Sure. I'll do heels in the middle, and then we can have 2 from both sides. Okay. Okay. Want to do a couple? Okay. Good job. Okay. That way. No, you're fine. Hi, honey. You're ready, aren't you? Go ahead. Yeah. Nope, I'm gonna do a couple more. Honey, sweetheart. Look at her. No way, Jose. I'm not looking at you. There you go. That's better. That's better. One more. You're good. 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 Thank you. One more, just yeah. Okay, good job. Now we're serious. Yeah.
All right, it looks like we're winding up. Second year students that helped during orientation this last year, Ruth didn't let me pick the music. I just think back on why she might not have let me do that. I'm just gonna say. All right, ready?
I think we're ready to roll.
All right.
I'll go get it.
Are we ready?
We were born ready.
We were born ready.
But yeah. I was like, no. You're the only one. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
My name is Kylie Atterbury, and I am thankful for my family and my boyfriend for supporting me and encouraging me throughout this whole process. And my favorite memory of what a clinical instructor did throughout this time is Carolyn told us on our first care plan that we all killed our patient, and that was just so hilarious to us. I just want to say thank you to my boyfriend Noah, my mom, my dad, Pete, my Nana Val, my Grandpa Joe, and everyone else in my family, and all my friends who have helped me get through nursing school and enjoy the ride with me.
Hi, I'm about ready to graduate from nursing school here, I guess, so I just want to say thank you to my family and friends for supporting me through this. I'd also like to thank a few of my favorite instructors, LB, Tammy, Dave, Chelsea, thank you all very much. Thank you to the rest of the staff as well. And especially thank you to Mary and Ruth. I think they're the backbone of the program. I really appreciate them. Thank you all very much.
I just want to say thank you to my mom and my husband and my dad for being my biggest rocks during this time, and my whole family for just being there for me during, there was a lot going on there between buying a house, getting married, nursing school, all that. It was a lot. Also, my question was how many times did I lose my pen during clinical, and I'm very proud to say I never lost my pen because I'm very protective of my special pen.
So thank you to my mom and dad for always loving and supporting me and believing in me. My step-parents, Eileen and Dale, you guys are equally amazing. To my boys, Spencer, Rylan, Camden, I love you. Thank you for being behind me throughout all of this. John and Peggy, I wouldn't have done it without you. My most memorable moment was during a clinical day, and I basically shot my instructor, Cindy, in the face with some liquid amlodipine. Thankfully it was somewhat sterile. It wasn't disgusting bodily fluids, but we had a pretty good laugh about it, and the patient didn't know, so it was a win-win.
So what I'm looking forward to after nursing school is getting to spend time with my kids, planning vacations, and of course doing what I love.
Hi, I'd like to thank my wife, Brittany, for being my biggest support through all of this, and also my little baby girl, Clementine. And I'm just excited to be done with my nursing program, and thank the faculty and everything they've done for us. So thank you.
I'm thankful for my family, my sisters, mom, dad, grandparents, even my aunt and uncles, and I want to say thank you to the faculty for always being my support system as well.
I also want to say thank you to my family and my friends and my children for being so patient with me getting through this. And I also want to say thank you to the faculty and also my clinical group because they have gotten me through this whole 2 years.
I agree, clinical groups, you rock.
Good deal. What are you looking forward most about graduating nursing school? This has pretty much been determined by my daughter that we're getting a dog, we're getting a house, and we're getting a Jeep. So I have that to look forward to. One of the fun ones we had, how many times did you lose your pen during clinical? I didn't lose my pen because I had one rule, not to loan my pen out to Peyton because she is a pen thief.
I just want to thank all the instructors and everybody that put this nursing program together. It's been a blast being in this program. I wouldn't want to be in any other one. And I just want to thank my friends and family for being my support and getting me through this program. And I just look forward to being able to spend some true time with them and not thinking about anything else, just kind of being in the moment.
I'm thankful for my family, thankful for all the faculty and my clinical group. It helped me get through everything and it was great.
I would like to thank my entire clinical team for keeping me from going crazy in a more obvious way, especially David Parker's wife. And as far as something that's changed about me in nursing school, I don't try to think anymore preemptively that I know what I'm capable of. I have to try because I always underestimate it.
I just want to thank my entire family. I've had a lot of support, and my husband and my kids have been my rocks through all of this. I think the one thing that will stick with me the most is when I was told by an instructor that I have compassion and that is one of the most important things as a nurse over anything else, because it means you care and you're going to take the best care of your patient. Thank you.
Oh, who's starting?
What is the longest care plan I've wrote? I wrote a 28-page care plan one time.
Oh my god. What is the coolest thing I saw during clinical? I got to see a left pinky toe be cut off, so that was cool in surgery.
Thank you for everyone who helped me, especially Mary in the lab, my mom, my sister, and my dad.
So I chose what I look forward to after nursing school, and I'm gonna say reading and not having to memorize things, spending time with my daughter, and binging on Netflix. That's what I'm looking forward to.
There's so many people that I could thank, but I want to start out by thanking my boyfriend and my parents and my sisters for always supporting me and encouraging me. I want to thank my Balboa fam for the day in and day out grind and just keeping me sane. And I want to thank my Knox clan, my wolf pack, and my friend group back home. I could not have done this without you guys. Love you.
I just want to tell everybody how much I enjoyed the experience. It was a good learning lesson. I liked the development in the program itself. And I learned a lot, and it changed my perspective over time, going through it for the last 2 years.
My favorite memory with an instructor was with Patrick. I got to do an NG tube, and he said it was his first one he ever had to do with a teacher, or with a student, so that was exciting. The thing I'm looking forward to the most after graduation is to get started on flight nursing and critical care transport. So I will be studying again for another 8 years. Not quite done yet.
All right, okay. What is something an instructor said that will probably stick with you forever? It was probably LB when she looked at me and said, "What happened?" It's really easy to get caught up in the moment and kind of lose focus on what you're doing, especially if you're nervous or it's something you're not familiar with or unsure of. And it just kind of reinforced that, trust your gut instinct, even if you're 110% wrong, going in the wrong direction. At least you're trying, and at the end of it, if you are wrong, you just found out the way not to do it again. I would say, next question was, what is the word that pops in your mind when you think of what makes a good nurse? I would probably say resiliency. And the reason I say that is once you get on the floor as a nurse, not everything's black and white. We're constantly riding in that gray area. We're constantly having to make things work out of things that are not normal. You do what you can with what you got in the moment, and you just do the best you can.
All right, the first word that pops into my mind for someone that's a great nurse is caring.
I am super grateful for my family and my clinical group. I definitely wouldn't be where I am right now without them. I too feel that way. I got stuck with the best clinical group and the best study buddy, Ashley.
Yes.
And thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mother-in-law, Melissa, and thank you, hubby, Nicholas.
I'd like to thank my main support, my boyfriend Juan. Day in and out, he put up with me. He even bought me a cat to get me through clinicals and nursing school. And the rest of my friends and family, near and far, and my clinical group, and my BFF nursing pal. And how many times did I lose my pen during nursing school and clinicals? Well, that's a big number. It was rough. That was a raging time trying to find the pens. You have to have a special pen for clinicals.
I think I even got threatened of taking your pen. I'd like to thank my husband, Kyle. He also bought me an emotional support cat during nursing school, as well as my family and my friends who kind of took the brunt of me dropping off the face of the earth for 2 years. How many times did I lose my pen at clinical? Yeah, every day. But I also think I took home some of theirs, so it was a fair trade.
Hi family, I just wanted to say thank you to you guys for putting up with me during nursing school, for all of my mood swings and my ups and downs and the hard days. Thank you for taking care of the house and just supporting me and making sure that I always knew that you had my back and that you felt like I was smart enough to do it. My question is, what are you looking forward to most about graduating nursing school? And I am very much looking forward to finding some balance in my life, for time to spend with my kids and my husband and my mama, and just days at the lake and traveling again, hopefully once COVID is over. I'm just looking forward to some peace and to balance.
I'd like to say thank you to Hannah, my wife, and Isabel and Gabe. You guys have been the best support group I could ask for, and my mom, you've been awesome. And then also my study group, our clinical group, you guys are awesome. The one thing that I loved most about clinicals was our clinical group, because it was like a therapeutic session every time where we could cry and laugh and have fun.
How many times did I lose my pen during clinical? I would say I never had a pen, so I always stole my pens from my clinical group.
What is something that an instructor said that will probably stick with you forever? Seizure, coma, death.
Hi, I just want to say thank you to all my friends and family for all your support these last 2 years. I couldn't have done it without you guys, and yeah, so that's it.
Okay, the favorite thing that an instructor did, Edie was explaining the birthing process and everything that can happen, and so she was on the floor in front of the entire class demonstrating all of these moves and screaming, and just it'll stick in my head forever, all of the things that she said and just the way that she explained all of the birthing stuff. Hi, so I want to thank my family for being a super great support through nursing school, especially since I had to prove to myself that I could come back and finish it off strong and do anything that I set my mind to.
Here we are with Andy the Alien saying goodnight to UCC's new 2021 nursing class. You guys are terrific. You're gonna do awesome. You're gonna be the best nurses in the whole wide world and probably into outer space. What do you think, Andy? Here we go.
this point. I would like to, Chantel, Maggie, where are y'all? So at this time, this is a really kind of a very, a lot of ceremony with this, but this is, they're going to lead us in the Florence Nightingale Pledge. And one thing we would like is all nurses in the group, we'd like you to please say the pledge with them. So they're going to lead us.
So if we could have all of the graduates come up and grab their lantern before we say our pledge and kind of spread out, but also stay up here.
Oh, are we supposed to go? No, we're not. We're not. I know somebody's super
These are made of glass, please don't pick them.
So unless you memorized it, you're going to want to be able to see the screen or bring it up in your program.
I know,
So we will start it and then we want you guys to all join in. Okay, are you ready? All right.
I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family matters coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor to aid the physician in his or her work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care.
Okay, we can just sit down now.
So one more person before we leave, y'all. Just one moment here. Yeah. Just it's like a lecture, right? Just one more minute, right? Ruth Burkile, would you please come front and center? That's not an option. It's not do you want to. It's please come front and center.
Why are you looking to the side like you don't know who we're talking about? All the way up here.
Everywhere. Yeah. Ruth, yes. She's literally the backbone of this program. From orientation planning to pinning planning to every single fun festivity that we have going on. I don't know what we would do without her, honestly. So thank you from all of us. We love you. We appreciate everything you do. Yay. Thank you. Oh, and thank you to the pinning ceremony, or planning crew. Y'all know who you are. That's it, you guys. Thank you so much. Take an opportunity to just cherish your loved ones and thank everyone for coming this evening.